all of our discussion this morning. Don't forget, you can always listen to us anywhere in the world and join our conversation on Point Blank every Saturday. Follow us on Facebook, it is Super 93.3 FM. On Twitter, it is Super News PH. On Instagram, it is Super 93.3 FM. While on YouTube, it is Super FM PH. And you can download the Super FM Global application, where you can listen to Super FM Port Harcourt and every other Super FM stations in Lagos, in Benin, in Ogun State, and of course, Abuja. And of course, you can consume all of our programming and all of our content. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. You're listening to Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. Now, this morning, we shall be beginning with politics. And we'll be bringing to you a very prominent politician in River State who for some time has been very quiet. You'll be looking at the political happenings in River State. So much is happening in River State. First, the broadcast by the River State governor. And the River State governor said one elephant is out of the room. Who are the other elephants? We shall be looking at that. Secondly, the River State House Assembly has override the assent of Governor Siminalayi Fubara and has passed into law some bill which the governor refused to pass into law. And that's another talking point. Now, on the national level, so much is also happening as the National Assembly may have given the nod to INEC to conduct local government election during some laws which the National Assembly has now assented to. We have so much to talk about this morning. But again, has it ever crossed your mind why the politics in River State has remained a politics of absurdity? A lot of people have said, from one government to the other, we always have infighting, quarreling amongst the governor. A lot of people said politics is not absurd, but those playing politics in River State seems to be very absurd. How correct is that? This morning, we shall be talking politics and more. I'll be focusing on matter rising in the politics on River State. And I have joining me this morning to be speaking on that, a very special personality who for the last 2 years has been very quiet and has not been saying anything about the political situation in River State or in Nigeria. He was a two-time local government chairman, Asari Toro local government area, a two-time caretaker committee chairman, Asari Toro local government area, an award-winning local government chairman. He has a huge grassroots support. He was also the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC River State, and at that moment, he moved APC. There were a lot of capacity in the political realm. When you use the political palace, he has capacity. He was also a governorship aspirant on the umbrella of the APC in the last governorship election during the primaries. But after the primaries, he went quiet. And this is one man who believes so much in River State. He has suffered personal injustices as a result of his belief and as a result of his conviction of what politics should be and what politics should not be. This morning, I have joining us our special guest, Ojukaye Flakamakari, Honorable Ojukaye Flakamakari, whom many of his supporters, a huge grassroots fan base, will refer to him as OJ. And good morning to you, Honorable Ojukaye Flakamakari. Thank you so much for joining us on Point Blank.
Good morning, Shebu, and Happy New Year to you. Good morning, Rivers people, and Happy New Year to you also.
And Happy New Year to you. And we're so glad that you could join us this morning to speak on politics happening in the politics of River State. However, let us begin this way. The last time I saw you, Honorable Ojukaye Flakamakari, was about 2 years ago. And then you were in the studio. Then you were canvassing to be the candidate of the APC River State, governorship candidate of the APC River State. But since then, you've been very quiet. Where have you been to? What are you doing? Where are you?
Okay, Shebu, thank you for asking my whereabouts. I've been studying, to be frank. I've been in Lagos studying, to be precise, Lagos Business School. I believe that I don't like time to fly without doing things to improve myself, to add value to myself, because I believe that for you to command a premium, you have to deliberately do things to improve yourself. And I also believe that there's always it's always good for you to learn, for you to relearn and unlearn. So I've been studying, Shebu. Thank you for asking about that.
Well, fantastic. It's good to know that you have been studying. And I believe you have also been studying the politics of River State. You're not new to the politics of River State, and so much is happening. But again, maybe I should just ask you, from where you've been studying? I know you've traveled to some places all over the world studying. You've been at the Lagos Business School. What's the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you sit back and hear what is happening at home?
Well, first, Shegu, I'm very concerned. But before I'll say that, I think that what is happening in Rivers State is that some politicians feel that if there's no crisis, they might not have their spots in the political space. So whenever there's blood in the water, you see them trying to do everything to expand such problems. And also, they'll do everything to ensure that the problem continues so as for them to have their spots. However, we also have those that I consider as crisis entrepreneurs, people that benefit from crisis. Now, go back to where I said I'm concerned, and I feel that every Rivers man or woman should be concerned as well, because it's now like a trend, Shegu, where you see that every sitting governor will identify somebody or will now have some form of fight to prove some points or, to demonstrate their political strength and all of that. It started from the Amechi and Omeya era. Mm-hmm. You remember Amechi's first tenure. If you're not, if you're an Omeya person, you'll be carved as somebody who cannot see the daylight, politically and also otherwise. Even when you have good things to offer. Now, after Amechi's first tenure, Amechi's second tenure, we have the Nyesom Wike and Amechi, crisis as well. Then you now have when Nyesom Wike became governor, you have the Nyesom Wike and Amechi's crisis as well. Now you are now seeing. Now the funny thing is that it's always like an in-house breakout. The Omeya and Amechi's crisis, they were all working under Sir Dr. Peter Odili, so it was an internal implosion. Now when you get to the Amechi and Nyesom Wike's era. Nyesom Wike was also part of Amechi's government. He was a chief of staff, so it's also like an internal breakout. Now you're now seeing another crisis again within the Nyesom Wike's own camp, which is the Simfora and the Nyesom Wike. So for me, I see it as it's like a pattern now, where every governor will now have somebody he's fighting to prove a point or to demonstrate his strength and all of that. And I think Rivers people should be concerned because it's at the detriment of Rivers people. And I will tell you that I'm not also excluding myself because I was a player in all of this.
Actually, I wanted to talk about that because you also played actively during the Amechi era. But again, must we always have what we are having, where we have the incumbent governor and the former governor fighting? And you've traced it. In fact, it even went back to the days of Odili. If you look at it somewhere, Odili and Rufus Adejo, there's some kind of friction. Again, why must we always have that?
Shegu, I'm concerned, I'm telling you. And I will tell you this because, like I said, I was a player, in the space as well. So I'm not also excluding myself. In fact, we got to a point during the Nyesom Wike's era while I was in Dubai. It's very funny because when I look back and I regret, and that is why I want all Rivers people to be concerned and to see that we have peace in Rivers State. Now, I was in Dubai and I had some friends who came to me and said, look, we want to invest in Rivers State. And then I was very fanatic when it comes to Rotimi Amechi and his followership and all that, So rather than encouraging them to come and invest in Rivers State, I told them, look, I don't think Rivers State is safe now and all of that, And unfortunately, Nyesom Wike now is no longer the governor. So if I had encouraged them to come and invest, I'm sure that by now we'll have one or two Rivers will benefit out of that. So that's good to tell you how bad this is. So I think that Rivers people should be concerned about this particular trend or this pattern now where every governor must identify somebody or must show some form of strength in fighting somebody or the other.
And the terrible thing about this, and again, your concern is a very important one. Why must every governor fight the other one in Rivers State? And the biggest thing is that at every time there's always a loyalist. This one must belong to this one. This one must belong to this one. Again, the question is, if the governors themselves don't know, what about the loyalists? Can they find out that something is wrong? Or is it part of the politics?
I told you, Shegu, I said that, look, some persons believe that if there's no crisis, they won't have their spots in the political space. we also have those that I consider to be crisis entrepreneurs. So people are benefiting out of it at the detriment of the entire River State. That is why you see that it's like a trend now. It's a pattern now.
But again, in all of this, I want to talk about you, OJ, Ojukaye Flaka-Makere. Where are you in all of this? Some time ago, a lot of people said you've been bought over by former Governor Ezenwo Nyesom Wike. We don't even know where you are now. Have you been bought over? Are you with Simlaye Fubara, or you are one of those that believe that, well, the father is always right? Are you in support of the father, or you are in support of the son?
No, Segun, I just told you that I'm concerned. So if I'm concerned, then I shouldn't be aligned to whether father or son.
So you are neither for father nor for son?
No, it's not about father or son. It's about the interest of River State now.
Okay.
That is the simple truth. So it's not about father or son. And let me speak about being bought over. It's very surprising when somebody says, look, I believe in principle. First, I'll tell you that most Rivers people know that I supported the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the past election. In fact, I was one of the few Rivers, few APC leaders who came out to support him. And we all know that Nyesom Wike as well supported the president. So in that election, we have some form of, understanding in delivering the president. So it has nothing to do with being bought over and all of that. And after that, you see that my party and the president whom I voted for choose to work with Nyesom Wike and also appointed him as the minister in his cabinet. So at that point in time, if you are in APC, then you have to have some form of a relationship with Nyesom Wike.
Well, fantastic. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Point Blank, and I'm having a conversation with Ojukaye Flaka-Makere. Ojukaye Flaka-Makere is not a new name in Rivers politics. He was a two-time local government chairman at Saratol local government era. In fact, an award-winning two-time local government chairman. In this era, he got 100 million naira for performance and for doing his job properly as a local government chairman. He was also a two-time caretaker chairman. He was the chairman of APC. He was one of the aspirants for the ticket of the APC in the last governorship election. And I'm speaking to him today. We're looking at the politics of River State. And Ojukaye Flaka-Makere said he's disturbed by the trend of politics in River State. Why must we have successive governments fight one another in River State? And again, for him, he doesn't believe in the father or the son. What matters to him is Rivers people. But again, Ojukaye, let me call you OJ. You politicians will say there are no permanent enemies, only permanent interests. And again, in politics, it's all about interests. I'll come to your political party, the APC River State. We have a new caretaker committee chairman, which is in the person of Tony Okocha. You were a chairman of the APC. And again, we also have another group saying that they're loyal to Chibike Rotimi Amechi and have refused to work, well, seemingly, have refused to work with the acting chairman of APC River State. Where is Ojukaye's interest in all of this? Is your interest with Tony Okocha or your interest with Rotimi Amechi?
There is nothing like Rotimi Amechi faction in APC any longer. It's just in the mind of people, I'm telling you. It has never worked before. Like you said, I was chairman of the party. And, we used to have Amechi's faction and Magnus Abe's faction and all that. And you can see where that led us to. It has never given us any result. And I will tell you that if you want a different result from what you've been getting, you have to do something different. And for now, we have Tony Okocha legally and constituted by the national of our party. He's the chairman of our party. So you cannot tell me that you have somebody constituted by the national of the party and you're still saying I'm Rotimi Amechi's faction. What kind of talk is that one? Look, it has never helped us and it will never help us. Tony Okocha is the chairman of our party and I'm in support of him. In fact, since I'm done with my studies, in the coming days, I will be working closely with him to ensure that we build our party and our party is also strong. Not also forgetting that I've occupied that office before, so I have a lot of respect for the office. Because of the kind of respect I have for the office, that is why even when the former party chairman, Emeka Beke, came to my local government and was saying a lot of rubbish, I didn't want to reply him, not because I didn't know what to say to Emeka Beke. He was my secretary, so I always know what to say about him and all that. But I keep doing it because I respect the office that he occupies. So for now, there's nothing like Rotimi Amechi's factor. But I'll say this, to whom much is given, much is also expected. Tony Okocha, as the party chairman, should also do everything within his power to ensure, because there are some persons within the so-called Amaechi's faction of APC who are actually tired, but they also want to work with him. But he needs to initiate, such, move. So I want to enjoin him to do all he can to also bring them to the fold. Let's have one formidable party and strong party. So for now, Tony Okocha is the chairman of our party, and I'm in support of him, and I urge all APC members to rally around him and give him their best.
I hear you clearly, OJ. And for you, Tony Okocha is the chairman of APC Rivers State. There's nothing like Rotimi Amaechi faction. But again, I will still ask you, what role is Rotimi Amaechi occupying in APC Rivers State? Or do you think he's no longer a member of APC Rivers State?
Sure, I can't speak for Rotimi Amaechi. You should know that now. I think you should direct that question to him. But like I said, Tony Okocha is the chairman, and we should all support him.
So what is your relationship with the former Minister of Transportation, Chibike Rotimi Amaechi? What's your current relationship with him?
No, we interact and we exchange pleasantry when necessary. Outside that, politically, we are not working together.
So politically, you are not working with Rotimi Amaechi, which means you are not where he is. He's not where you are.
Exactly. That's the right word. But we exchange pleasantly and we keep in touch. That one I can take.
Again, for so many people listening to you right now, and I know a whole lot of people are listening, they are wondering, how can Ojuka Eflakamakere say politically he's not working with Rotimi Amaechi? He used to be your favorite. Remember, he was the one that gave you the award, 100 million naira, as the best performing local government chairman in Rivers State. So what could have happened?
No, nothing serious. Rotimi Amaechi is not playing active politics now. If you follow up, I think that I don't know what the reason would be, but like I said, for now we keep in touch. We exchange pleasantly, but politically we are not working together.
You're listening to Point Blank, coming to you from Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt, and I'm having conversation with Ojuka Eflakamakere, a prominent politician in Rivers State. Is not new to politics of Rivers State. He's been there for several years, and of course he's contested some of the highest positions of the land. A two-time local government chairman, best performing local government chairman, two-time caretaker community chairman at Asarito local government area. He was the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC. He's currently now pursuing studying more, and he's doing a whole lot. He's occupied several positions. In fact, he was one of the best youth leaders in Kalabari land, or Asarito local government area to be precise. And according to him, Rotimi Amaechi is no more active in politics of Rivers State. And there's nothing like Amaechi faction in the APC. The known leader of APC Rivers State is Tony Okocha, and he has decided that he is with Tony Okocha, and he will help Tony Okocha to build APC. Now, I'll be asking him more questions along that line. But quickly, don't forget, you can join us. You can send us your comment, send us a short voice note on our WhatsApp, 090-5948-1021, a short voice note, and you can ask a question or let us have your view. Or you want to join us, we'll open up the telephone line and we'll entertain the first three calls, 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-31021. I call the numbers again, 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-431021. You can as well send a short voice note, 30 seconds only, to 090-5948-1021. Let's take some calls and we'll come back talking more to OJ. Hello, good morning. This is Point Blank.
Hello, Mr. Shebu. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Gabriel. I'm calling from.
Gabriel, please, could you speak up a little bit, please? Thank you. All right, so we lost Gabriel there, and we'll just try to pick up all the calls, and we'll come back. But just before I go back to the telephone line, you said Tony Okocha, there are a lot of people who want to work with Tony Okocha, but Tony Okocha needs to know how to connect to them. Tell us, you have been the chairman of APC. How do you think Tony Okocha needs to connect to these people?
Well, to start with, I think that he should try to see how he can reach out to. He has always been a member of APC. He knows virtually almost everybody in the party, and like you said, he knows those perceived to be Rotimi faction of APC. You should reach out to them. Then we can also call those of us who are the former party chairmen, to sit down with him to see how we can help him, to navigate things and all of that.
So again, you should reach out to them and call the former party chairman. But let me also ask you this. You have a very huge grassroots support. And young people believe so much in you. In fact, during your campaigning, a large young people followed you. What is that structure like? Are you keeping in touch with your structure in Kalabari land?
My political spread goes beyond Kalabari land. And for now, my interest is not just about structure, because there's difference between politicking and governance. Right now, politics is over and governance. My interest is now, how do we do things to ease the life of Rivers people? That's my interest.
So again, in your view, what steps should we begin to take now to ease the life of Rivers people?
Now we have two prominent Rivers sons. We have the governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and we also have the FCT minister. Both of them, they have one wonderful platform to make things easy for the Rivers people. So rather than allowing them to go all else start fighting themselves, I think we should encourage them to embrace peace and see how we can discuss with Nyesom Wike to say, look, he's doing fantastically well. He's doing very well as minister for FCT. If you go to Abuja now, I can tell you, you see construction, you see things going on very well. So he's doing well. But to me, it's not all about him doing well at FCT. What can he do to attract, development to Rivers State? And also, the governor, we've seen content of this budget for this fiscal year. So what is important to me now is, look, I don't know what is surrounding his budget, if he wants to represent it or he's still sticking by that. I don't know, but whatever it is, he should try to resolve it as quick as possible and start awarding contract, start doing things. Look, in the next 4 months, Fubara will be 1 year in office. Fubara should not be known to be that man who fought Nyesom Wike, that man who continue to fight this or fight that. Fubara should know that when he leaves, what he does will be his legacy. And in the next 4 months, he will be 1 year in office. So what he should be concerned right now is whatever problem that is surrounded his budget, it should be put to rest. And he should start awarding contract. We've seen some of the content of his budget, transcriber and all of that, and some other things he wants to do. We need to see him start working. We need to see Fubara start releasing money to contractors. We need to see Fubara start going from places to places, the monitoring project, reaching out to Rivers people, doing things to ease the suffering of Rivers people. Not to see him to always engage in one fight or the other. That's what I think would happen in Rivers State.
So is Ojuka Iflakamakari advising Governor Siminalayi Fubara to represent the budget to the Rivers State House of Assembly? Is this what you're saying?
No, I'm not advising him. If you look at what he signed, if you look at the agreement he reached, he has started implementing some of them. Yesterday he sworn in, or he recalled back the commissioners. So that means he started implementing it. So I don't know if you will want to. I'm not going to advise him because I'm sure that he knows what to do. All I'm saying that whatever he needs to do, he should do it quick and let Rivers people start feeling his presence. Let Rivers people start enjoying the dividend of the democracy. In the next 4 years, from what he will be 1 year in office. So what we need is not continue back to. What we need is Fubara start working for Rivers.
But again, do you also think that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Ezewan Nyesom Wike, was the immediate past governor of Rivers State, and whom the governor has always referred to as my Oga and my father, is overbearing?
I don't know what transpired, Shegun. Like I said, I've been away, I've been studying. I don't know what transpired between both of them. But all I'm saying is that all Rivers people should pray for them to have peace, and for Rivers State should be peaceful. Whatever that is their problem, it should be put to rest and let out having Rivers people feel the dividends of democracy. Since Fubara should start working, Nyesom Wike should do whatever it takes to attract projects from the federal to the state level. That is what we need.
I'm going to be asking you about the recent move by lawmakers in the Rivers State House of Assembly overriding the assents of Rivers State. Do you think this is something, overriding the assent of governor, and going ahead to pass a bill into law and make it a law without the governor signing to the bill. Do you think this is one way to ensure peace? I'm going to be asking you that. Then again, we'll talk a little bit more about the APC River State. I'm also going to be asking you what you think Emeka Beke should begin to do right now. And we'll be looking at what members of the APC should begin to do now with Tony Okocha. I'm going to be asking you that. You're listening to Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt, and I'm having a conversation with Ojukai Flakamakari. And we're looking at the politics in River State, particularly the politics of absurdity that is going on in River State. And we're asking him his takes on all of that. And of course, you've heard him. There's nothing like the Rotimi Amechi faction in the APC. What is obtainable now in the APC is that Tony Okocha is the leader. And he says he is in support of Tony Okocha and working with Tony Okocha. So we'll come back to the telephone lines and we'll take 3 calls. And after that, we'll be taking all your comments on WhatsApp. Good morning. Now, kindly turn on the volume on your radio set, please, so as to have... Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Shehu.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I want to ask our guest in the house a question. Supposing Unameki had given him the opportunity to become the candidate of the APC in the 2023 election, would he have fallen apart from him? That is one. Then the second thing, we have said that some persons in the River State have seen that they are benefiting from the crisis in River State. Now, if somebody will tell him now that he is one of such persons, will he take offense in it or will he take it?
All right. Well, thank you so much. But you didn't tell us your name. Tell us your name.
My name is Timothy. I'm calling from Bori.
From Bori. Thank you so much. And I will take another one. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sheikh, my brother.
Thank you so much.
My name is Honorable Ida. I call you from Nkoro.
From Nkoro. Thank you, Honorable Ida.
I be the PDP member. I respect Ojukai so much. For this stuff, when I'm talking, not disappointing because I know what I'm making to for this person. Now, I have one question. The matter they continue when this would attend or never expect, they won't go appoint Chief Tony Okocha. Chief Tony Okocha, and I fight them. Nine and your guy that. I know what I'm making to for Jukai. You can person I respect since the local government chairman. I thought they going to win the case and they should come back to the party, come build the party. What I expect them to do is to settle peace within the party. What I expect them to do is to go call Amechi or to look. I mean, they sit down, talk. You get what Amechi talk. Victor Garon class. Amechi go there now. Go. If the Macron will bring Macron. Then Victor Garon class. Amechi go there tomorrow. Go there. Yes, so we're going to fit up anything again.
All right. Thank you so much. What's your name and where are you calling from? What's your name? Okay, I think Honorable Nda. Thank you so much. And I'll take another one. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to your guest in the studio, Chief Ojukai Makri. My name is Comrade Letram Barry Sunday, and I'm calling from Bori.
Good.
Yeah. My interest in the discussion there is that we talked about the party leadership, the person in charge of APC recently, and that who is actually what is actually the position of Governor Amechi, former Governor Amechi. I want to say that there is one thing I need to tell our people. Anytime the leadership of the party, most interestingly, when it comes to the national, has given a directive, I think the party decision is final. And the party gave a directive, and they nominated or they appointed somebody to carry out the affairs of the party for a period of time. I think there is no need for we to begin to create tension, bringing political pandemonium to see how we can distract the arrangement made by the party.
All right.
Now, Tony Okocha has been appointed as the leader of the party and the chairman caretaker. Let us all work with him because we don't want what happened in previous years to continue again. We want to resettle APC, to have the candidate and have the governance in River State. Please, I want to urge all our people. Let us join Tony Okocha, support him,
thank you so much.
Ensure that he succeeds. Thank you.
Let him by Sunday. Thank you. I will take one last call here before we go to the voice note. Good morning.
Good morning, my boss, Shego.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, my brother Jikayo. My name is Bright. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Good morning, Bright.
Ojikayo, God bless you. Mr. Sheku, the last caller before the last one, I think people should learn how to respect our people. It don't because of you from a particular place, because of you are supporting somebody. Everybody should support you, and people should not speak the truth. What my brother Jikai have said there is simple but the truth. Let every Rivers people pray for him and the wicked to be in peace, so that the development Rivers people will benefit from the government. What is wrong? What is wrong about what he said? That somebody is telling me that he is disappointed in Jikai. For what?
All right.
So we should be feeding fuel, feeding crisis in Rivers for nothing. So he said that one must be every time because the current government will fight past government. It's uncalled for. As a Rivers man, it's uncalled for.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much. So let me come back to you, Honorable Jukaya Flakamaka. One of the callers said, is it because you were denied the ticket of APC? That's why you feel, in your word, Amechi is inactive in Rivers politics?
It's not about me being denied. It's the truth. It's simple truth. It's not about not giving the APC ticket or not. They are also feeling the impact of not giving me the APC ticket. How was their outing? So it's not about that. The point is that we have APC national constituted vertical committee in Rivers State. When you start going against it, it will cause more crisis. I've been party chairman, it has happened before. I was party chairman, Magnus Abe's faction refused to work with me. I don't know how that led us to. If we keep on doing this, it's like a vicious cycle. We have to break this. So all I'm saying is that I'm not saying there shouldn't be. I'm not saying Tony Okocha is my leader.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not my leader. I said Tony Okocha is the chairman of the party.
And you're working
so
with him.
If you are a true AP, I will work with him and I'm working with him. A true APC member, we should be able to think for the 10 days. We've been having one form of crisis or the other, and it has not ever given us any result. Do we continue like this? I am saying, no, that is not the best way. So I want to urge all APC members and supporters to rally around Tony Okocha because the national constituted him, and for now, he's the chairman of the party in the state.
But again, let us even come, because some people said, well, perhaps this has been your predisposition even before now. Even at the Supreme Court, you never really supported your party. Well, unfortunately, your party lost at the Supreme Court. So would you say the Supreme Court is right? Because again, don't forget, the candidate of your party, which is Akite Tonyeko, said, well, the battle is not totally lost. There's still more ahead. Do you believe so?
I really don't understand which other battle we are talking about. Look, we shouldn't be talking about battle in Rivers State. We should be talking about progress, development, and things that we will do to ease the suffering of Rivers people. We should end this whole battle talk. There's no battle. The Supreme Court has ruled Semfobra is the governor. There's no more battle. We should think about how we will come up to do things that will help Rivers people.
All right, fantastic. I'm just going to take some voice notes, and I'll come back talking more to you. Let's listen to people who have sent us voice comment. I'm speaking to Ojukaya Flankamakri. OJ is popularly called by supporters. It's not a new name in politics in Rivers State. In fact, he is a big name. And in politics of Rivers State, a two-time local government chairman, two-time councillor, and a chairman, a two-time caretaker committee chairman, and also chairman APC Rivers State. And they're speaking to us this morning on Point Blank. We're looking at the politics of Rivers State and the way forward. Let's listen. Good morning.
Good morning, Shegun.
Thank you.
And good morning, Honorable OJ. My name is Patoki. I'm sending this voicemail from Orazi. I want to ask Honorable OJ, do you remember when you are in the prison, when Nyesom Wike put you on the prison, Amechi make sure you fight for you to come out, but now you come out, you say you're not together with Amechi. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was a short one. Again, I don't know if that was a question or a comment, but let me take another one. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Tango Ability Atwebu. And good morning to your guests in the studio.
Thank you, Tango. Yeah.
Hearing him saying that he's no longer working with Amaechi, I'm not surprised, because that is politicians for you. Politicians go where things are happening. When once things are not happening around you, they shift to where things are happening. Anyway, that is his decision. He's a man, and he has the right to decide wherever he wants to go and whoever he wants to work.
Well, thank you so much. Thank God, Ability Atwebu. Let's take one more.
Hello, Pastor Shego. Good morning. My name is Tamuno Kuro Pusunju, a concerned citizen, and a very pleasant good morning to your guest in the studio, Honorable Ojukari Flagamakari. Quick one. I want to say a very big thank you to Ojukari Flagamakari for pushing ethnic, partisan, and other kinds of politics aside and wanting to join His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara in moving Rivers State forward. I have heard all he has said so far, and I must commend his kind of politics. No wonder he's been loved by the Calabari and beyond. So I want to say a very big thank you, and keep doing what is right that would favor all Rivers people. Once again, my name is Tamuno Kuro Pusunju. Thank you.
All right, so Tamuno Kuro Pusunju, thank you so much for those comments and those words for Honorable Ojukari Flagamakari. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to Point Blank. I'm having a conversation with Honorable Ojukari Flagamakari. We're looking at the politics of Rivers State and what's the way forward, what we need to begin to do as people and as governments in Rivers State, what we need to do. Once again, I want to thank you sincerely for staying with us, Honorable Ojukari Flagamakari. So again, you were talking about politics, and one of the callers also said that, well, perhaps your people are disappointed. Have you communicated this decision to your huge followers, telling them that, look, I am with Tony Okocha-led APC. You need to work with me with Tony Okocha-led APC. Have you told your supporters?
I don't think that anybody is disappointed. Those who are my supporters know that my stand will always be to support what is right. And what I'm doing is what is right and what will help APC. And let me say this. I hear people saying that, they are disappointed that I'm no longer with Rotimi Amaechi and all of that. I really don't understand. Is Rivers State about Ojukari or Rotimi Amaechi or Nyesom Wike and all that? It's not. You should understand that our forebears fought for the development and existence of Rivers State. And at some point in time, you will have to work with people to achieve progress. And at another point in time, you also have a different views. So I don't think that what I'm saying now is wrong. What I'm saying is that Rotimi Amaechi is not active in politics right now. So I wonder what you want me to do with him that I've not been doing. Secondly, all I'm saying is that we've always had this fashion team in APC, and it has not been helping us. Can we please change our course? Can we, at this point in time, recognize somebody who has been constituted by the National as our caretaker committee, see how we can all work together? And remember, I also said that to whom much is given, much is expected, that Tony Okocha himself to do his best to reach out to those who also can also be brought into his fold and see how APC can have a formidable front.
But you see, a lot of people may be concerned because a lot of people will feel, well, Tony Okocha, whom you seem to be supporting, is also loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Ezebunwan Nyesom Wike. And one of the callers reminded you that you shouldn't forget that this same former governor of Rivers State was responsible, allegedly responsible, for you being imprisoned for about 8 months. Again, the insinuation is, well, are you a friend to somebody who is a friend to somebody that put you in prison, allegedly put you in prison?
See, Shegu, I think that that bitter experience is one of the reasons why I said that I'm concerned about the happening in Rivers State. Because I've been a victim of this infighting. So that is why I am also in a correct position to advise Rivers people not to continue in this trend, not to allow this pattern, that every governor will have somebody to fight with. I've been a victim. I was detained for 8 months for a crime I did not commit because why? I was seen to be loyal to Rotimi Amaechi. No. So are you telling me that after being a victim, after experiencing such a bitter thing, I should encourage it? Is that what you are saying? I really don't understand. So I'm concerned, Shegu.
We are all concerned, and I like the fact that you said you're concerned because every Rivers person is concerned. So again, we're having conversation with Honorable Jukai Flakamakiri, OJ. So the numbers to call 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-31021. Send us a short WhatsApp message with your voice. Send it to 090-5948-1021. We'll be reading all of your comments. We are live on Facebook, on Super 93.3 FM. Send your comments there. We're live on Twitter, Super News PH, on Instagram, Super 93.3 FM. We'll be taking all your comments. But let me just come back to the telephone lines, and also I will do some comments on WhatsApp. Let me take some calls here. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, sir.
Please permit me to greet my leader in our dialect.
Okay. Please tell us your name first. What's your name?
I am Akuga Watchdog, calling from Abonima.
Akuga Watchdog from Abonima. Good.
Yes, calling from Abonima.
All right.
Say that about it. Say that. Aloha. I'm happy that our leader is back to active politics after being silent for a few periods, which he turned to developing himself. I'm happy. But my concern is this. He's a very influential person in the Calabar territory, even outside Calabar. He's loved by the youth. So for me as an individual, I was expecting him coming back to hear that so many tangible projects will be taking place around the Calabar axis. And the youth per se is occupying the position of the governor of Rivers State, which he was aspired for. I thought he would come back to, throw his youth behind this youth of his level and, give him all the needed support to push Rivers State forward, just as he has wished to do. But surprisingly, he's staying the party line rather than supporting the government of the day, which I want to remind him also that he became local government chairman under the People's Democratic Party and performed exceedingly well. So if you want to begin to throw the party line, you should also put the PDP way into consideration. That is my point.
Okay, let me ask you, are you saying that Honorable Jukai Flakamakiri should have said he's joining the PDP? Is that what you're saying?
We should have supported the government of the day to bring about the desired development. That's what I'm saying.
But again, he has not gone against the government of the day. You heard what he said to Governor Simi.
But supporting the government of the day, politically, he is supposed to align with the People's Democratic Party because the governor is a member of the People's Democratic Party.
All right, so you want Jukai to collapse his structure into PDP. Anyway, I will ask him that question and he's listening to you and he will respond. But thank you so much. Quickly, let me just take this one. Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Point blank.
Hello, good morning, Pastor Sheldon.
Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Yes. Good morning, OJ. Dr. Shubu, my name is Dr. Otiasa Christian Livingstone.
Thank you.
And I'm calling from Soku community right now. First, let me congratulate my brother Jukai that he's been able to refine himself within this space of time. It's a necessary thing to do, and I congratulate you. I've been quietly monitoring his self-development. Now, on the issue in question, I want to ask him, friends, it's a necessary thing, very important thing to explain developments. Now, we do wish that symptoms are cleared without getting to the roots, because every problem that has developed a trend has root causes. And that merely wishing away the symptoms may not be able to remove the issue. So from Odili to Ada George, between Odili and George, Ada George, I write it now. Does it think that they just disagree for fun, or something must have caused those serious, deep-rooted disagreements that have affected the LGA? That is number one. Number two, with his prominence and its level of experience politically, what has he done Or what does he intend to do either by himself or gathering people to be able to once and for all exhume the ghost of this ugly trend so that it does not plague the politics of the state? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Christian Otiasa, and I think those are very valid questions. So again, we put it back to you. So he's asking that from your experience, what do you think has been necessary for this trend of we always having the incumbents and the former always quarreling from Odili, Ada George down here? And with your strength, what can you do? And the other question somebody asked earlier is that he was expecting you to collapse the political structure into PDP.
Sure, I want to thank Otiasa for asking such a question. They said, what will I do to help the situation? I'm already doing something. I'm speaking out already. That's the first thing anybody should do, and that's what I'm doing. I'm speaking out, I'm pointing something dangerous to reverse people that there's trend, and that trend is not a pattern that is occurring in every administration, and we should all come together to end that trend, let it not become a vicious cycle. That's what I'm doing. Then when we talk about me collapsing my structure to PDP, well, I thank the speaker, and I feel that he said that out of good conscience, but I'll tell you the truth, I'm a member of APC, I remain a member of APC. I've been chairman of the party, I've been leader of the party, I've worked tirelessly, for the party, financially and otherwise. So I thank him for wishing me to join the PDP, but unfortunately, I'm a member of APC, and I remain a member of APC. And
well said there, Ojuka Ifliakamakri. I'm a member of APC, will remain a member of APC. Let me just take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheldon.
Thank you so much.
My name is Chief Wokoma.
Chief Wokoma, good morning.
I'm calling from Millennium.
Yeah.
I want to give you Honorable Nias. AJ, good morning.
Good morning, sorry.
There is a valid question that was asked by have you really called your supporters who suffered with you and all as you are doing, whether you have called your supporters and then trying to relate this to them? They have not answered that question.
Oh, we lost Chief Wokoma there. But, so, OJ, maybe you want to answer that.
No, but I replied now. I said, look, every supporter of mine knows that I will stand for the truth. And that is what I'm doing. And I've started speaking up, and I'm going to have periodic meeting with different sections. You know, when you started, you were asking my support base in Calabar. I said, look, my support base spread beyond Calabar land. So I'm going to reach out to everybody to tell them that, look, the right thing to do right now is to see how we can support the Lokoja. That is when I'm talking about within our APC structure. But outside APC, I will always talk to them and tell them that, look, there's a dangerous trend in River State, and it has become a pattern, and we should all find a way to break that vicious trend.
All right, fantastic. We'll take some more calls, and when we're done with the calls, I will also be asking you about local governments. Well, from what we are hearing, the National Assembly may likely conduct local government elections. What's your take? And again, Tony Okota himself has asked the River State Governor, or RISEC, to commence plan to conduct local government election in River State. I'll be asking you all about that. But quickly, let me come back to the calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
I'm Badon.
Badon, good morning. Thank you.
Yeah. My greetings again. Mr. Frank.
Good morning.
Okay, yes, he's listening to you. Your question.
You are speaking well. Whatever thing you are speaking, that is true. But when you have been showing how many years now, nothing has been going well in the APC. And you are making that decision. I'm supporting with that decision. Let's be the party so that we can see something in the state. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bado. And the last one here. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Shogu, good morning.
Yes.
I agree the leader, one of the leaders of APC, Chief Ojuka Mate. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, my name is Lugaman, calling you all the way from HA.
Lugaman, good morning. Your question.
Yeah, I want to appreciate the leader that is speaking here for still maintaining his ground to still say that he remains one of the leaders of APC in Rivers State. Luka Manuel is also a member of APC, and we are going to make sure that we provide a good opposition party in the state, and also make sure we act as a check and balance in this government. I give him kudos. Sir, I want to still ask you that, are you still going to be active again? Because we have not had you speaking for a while.
Okay.
Maybe based on the Supreme Court judgment, and today the Supreme Court have given judgment, and we have had you again speaking. I want to ask you,
right.
Are you
Thank
still
you so
going
much,
to be active as you are before?
Lugaman is asking you, are you returning to active politics?
Since I told you I've been studying, that's why it's not about Supreme Court judgment. And I'm done, and I've started speaking. And like I said, that you start seeing me being active. I told you here that I'm going to do everything within my power to support Tony Okocha, to make sure we have a formidable party. And I'm also saying to Rivers people that, look, we should all try to fight to see that we have peace and meaningful development in Rivers State. That's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'll keep on doing. I'm not going to start supporting anything that will keep on causing problem in Rivers State. I will always support what will bring development in Rivers State. In fact, in the coming days, I'll be meeting with the FCT Minister, Yeso Wike. I'll be discussing with him on how we will attract projects to Rivers State, because that is important to me. And also, like you almost asked, but maybe you not put it to me. I also feel that there's something we also need to look at, the State Assembly and the government.
Yeah, we will come to that. It's part of our discussion. We still have about 10 minutes more. Thank you for bringing that to the fore, but we'll definitely look at that. I'm speaking to Honorable Jukai Flakamakri, and we're having a conversation over the politics of Rivers State. It's not PDP, APC politics, but generally the politics of Rivers State and how to move forward. And of course, Jukai Flakamakri has announced his stand, and he said his stand is for what is right and what is the truth. And for him, the national has spoken. The APC chairman, River State acting chairman, is Tony Okocha, and he is willing to work with Tony Okocha. You've heard him from Ojukai Flakamakri. And Ojukai Flakamakri also clarify that there's nothing like the Amechi faction of APC. And he said the former Minister of Transportation has not been active in politics of River State. Those are the words of Honorable Ojukai Flakamakri. Now, what we hear, let's come to local government. Because you see, you are a two-term local government chairman, a two-time caretaker committee chairman of local government. And what we are hearing is that the National Assembly has granted full autonomy to the 774 local government council of Nigeria. And INEC is now to conduct local government elections. What's your thinking? Do you think this is the right way to go?
Should be fantastic. Should be, when it comes to this topic, I think that I will be speaking from experience and from a good point of view, because I am one of the few Rivers person who say that I have occupied chairmanship position in both critical and elected. So I'm experienced. So I'll tell you that it is always good to have an election in Rivers State. Selection will never do us any good. Election will always do us good. That is why I will also, apart from the National Assembly advocating for INEC to do election, if that doesn't go through, I will also urge the governor, Sassem Laifubra, as much as possible, to conduct a local government election in the state. Look, when you conduct local government election, you have grassroots participation in the formation of a local government system. If you look at my situation, Shegu, do you know that I won the election in 2008 because it was an election? The so-called person that was selected then, I defeated him because it was an election. If it was election, I wouldn't have gotten that my space. So I will always support that. Then, when the benefit outweigh the critical committee. If you conduct a local government, you have close to 550 persons that will be involved. You have 319 councillors.
Yeah.
You have five supervisors. You have advisors. So you have a pool of almost 549 persons. But when you appoint the critical committee, you have like 100 and something persons. I see no reason why anybody would choose something that will benefit the grassroots more better than just selecting few persons. So I want to lend my voice to all those who have been calling for election in Rivers State. Please, the governor should adhere to the call. In fact, the good thing is that in recent now, we have a respected retired judge heading Rivers State recent now. So I'm sure that it's going to do a very good work if it is being conducted. Then another aspect I want us to look at, Shegun, is that this local government election will also help and unify the state, because Senator Nayef Ubara can use this local government election to bring all interest groups together under his leadership and ensure that we have a good local government system in Rivers State.
Well, I hear you clearly, and your call is that Governor Sim Nayef Ubara should urgently conduct a local government election. But again, you are a politician. Politics is deeper than that, because the current RISEC was appointed by the minister. What makes you feel that this RISEC may not work against the interest of the governor?
I just mentioned to you, I said you have a respected retired judge. I respect him a lot. So I cannot sit here and say that the respected judge of that status will do something that will not benefit Rivers people. So I respect the entire judge. I know him, and I feel that he's going to do a good job.
Well, again, I don't want to impugn on the integrity of the retired judge, whom I know also as a very respected and polished gentleman. But again, it is still politics. Don't you think so?
I've just told you the benefit. I just told you the benefit of conducting local government election. Like, what you know is that whatever thing I say here, I say from experience, and I say it as it is, and the truth. The truth is that if you conduct local government election, you will have more grassroots participation. You will have people that will benefit, that will be councillors. You will have supervisors. You will have advisors. You will have a pool of people that can join a system. But when you appoint a caretaker committee, you have selected few. So I don't think that it is good. Look, I'm only saying whatever that will make things easy for Rivers people. So for me, as somebody who has been a caretaker committee chairman and elected chairman, I will always urge that elections are conducted in the local government system.
All right, fantastic. And there you have it. Would you support Ojuka Eflakamakri when he says the governor should urgently conduct local government election? And that's the question. But before I go back to the telephone line, let's come to the issue of the Rivers State House of Assembly and Governor Sim Nayef Ubara. I just said in the introduction that the House of Assembly has decided to override the power of the governor in assenting bill and go ahead to pass the bill into law and make it public document. Again, do you think this is the way the Assembly should go?
No, I don't think that overriding the governor was a good thing, because whether you have overriding or you will need somebody to implement that law, and the governor will be the one to implement that law. For me, what I think that should happen, look, I don't want to bore Rivers people, I don't want to take them down the memory lane of what has happened in the Rivers State House of Assembly. I would just want to speak as it is right now. By the resignation of Edison, that means that Sim Nayef Ubara has recognized Martins Aminu led House of Assembly. So that means that they are not going anywhere. In as much as the Supreme Court has also ruled that Sim Ubara is the governor of Rivers State, meaning that Sim Ubara is not going anywhere. So the good arm of government should know that they are representing the people. They need to come up with a way of working together to ensure that Rivers people benefit from their representation in Rivers State. Then, another aspect I want the Rivers State House of Assembly should do is that they should also try to get the governor to buy in any laws they are going to pass, so as to ensure that we avoid this overriding and no overriding. Secondly, the Rivers State House of Assembly, in the next 4 months, there will also be 1 year too. So we should be thinking about how will the Rivers State House of Assembly start having constituency projects. How will the Rivers State House of Assembly start having the official cars? It is their benefit. These are the things that we should start discussing, not about their fighting overriding and no overriding. The both arm of government should work out how they can have an understanding and end this endless war. The Rivers State House of Assembly right now has been recognized by Sim Nayef Ubara, because recently he sent names to them to screen, and also they returned to him and he has sworn the commissioner in. That means that he has acknowledged that they are the duly duly recognized acts of assembly. So at this point, they should end this cat and mouse game and work out a way of having some form of understanding, and let's have peace in Rivers State. And they should start thinking of how they will have constituency projects, things that will really do affect the people, things that will really alleviate the suffering of the people. That's what I look at.
All right, fantastic. We have a lot of comments coming in over your call on Governor Simlai Fubara to conduct a local government election. Comrade James Miracle is saying here, good morning, Shegun. I want you to ask your guest, Ojukaye Flagamakri, can he mention any governor that have ruled Rivers State without appointing a caretaker chairman? Why should Governor Simlai Fubara's story be different? It's asking you that question.
No, Shogun, you remember that we started this whole conversation by the National Assembly.
National Assembly,
yes. They've already asked. That's how we started this whole thing. And I said that because I've been a caretaker committee chairman and an elected chairman, I know that the benefit of conducting local government election outweigh the caretaker committee. Sim Fubara is at liberty to do whatever thing he wants to do. I won't tell him what to do. I'm only just trying to reply what you just said. You said the National Assembly, they are directing INEC to conduct election. And I said, yes, it's a good thing, because as I've experienced both caretaker committee and election. And I said, even if the INEC does not conduct the election, I think that Sim Fubara should do it. That's what I said.
All right.
So it's not about...
We're taking our last set of calls, and it's just going to be 3. We'll take 3 calls, and several other calls are coming in, and we're also trying to take 2 messages, which will be the last set. Quickly, let me come back to the telephone line. Dr. Christian Otiasa is back. Good morning, Dr. Christian Otiasa.
Let me thank you so much for this privilege of the second time.
Okay.
2 things I want to quickly say. First, we are not yet in a state of rule because of what the National Assembly has done about local government elections and status of local government. Because, Ishegu, you know that we run a federation.
True.
We still need the state assemblies, the state houses of assemblies to be able to approve it. And from the historicity of their character in Nigeria, there is nothing to begin to dance for now. That is one. And I say we practice a federation. We cannot approbate and reprobate. What is good is different from what is right, is different from what is desirable. It is desirable that INEC run these elections, but is that our law? That is not our law. That is not our law. Our law is that we run a federation, and therefore states must be autonomous in issues that concern them.
Fantastic.
That is on one side. Very lastly, 1 second. It escaped me. In this issue, in the context of all that is happening in Rivers State, I want to ask my brother, we desire peace, but what can we get this peace without social justice?
Okay.
What is his disposition to social justice, and what takes precedence between these two? Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll spend so much time. I'm just going to take one more. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother Mashogu.
Thank you so much. Make it very short, please.
Thank you. My name is Good News. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Good news. Good morning.
My chief which I do, sir.
Good morning.
Let me go quick. The issue of the local government area election, I think that we should give the governors some time to breathe. We will give them time to breathe. It is what is good for the goose is good for the gander. From what I'm seeing people trying to twist the governor to put in their own person. Nobody. Governor Uke did not take this. Ordinary did not take this. Amechi did not take this. Even Omeya did not take it. So, if you ask me, let us allow the government ready to do this. I am APC, and you know that. I'm supporting APC. But we must allow for governance to take place. And for governance to take place,
well, thank you so much.
Well,
thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much.
Second point, sir. Regarding the governor on passing of bill, I think that when they pass a bill in the House of Assembly, there are a number of days that should be given to the governor to look into the bill they have passed and ask his own lawyers, legal team, if what to do. And not just passing a bill today or finding the governor tomorrow. I think that there's something they are trying to hide, which we people are not know. That's not the best way for
Thank you so much, Tango Atobo. But again, what Ojukaye Flagamakri said was that it is in the best interest of Rivers people that the governor should go ahead and organize a local government election. But thank God he's saying to you that, is it not too early? That given what has happened, shouldn't the government be allowed to breathe?
So you ask what I prefer, and I've told you what I prepared.
Okay,
and I've told you that from my experience, that I've been a caretaker committee chairman and elected chairman, and I said that conducting an election will be good for Rivers people. So it's government for him to decide. I've just told you my own view and what I think will be good for Rivers State.
Of course, Dr. Tiasa also asked you a question. And Dr. Tiasa was asking you what is just, and talking about just there. Would you want to respond to that?
No, I don't need to start responding on what is just or not should be. This whole thing started from National Assembly directing INEC to conduct election and all that, and what is my take. And I'm telling you that it is a good deal. And I said that as somebody who has been a caretaker chairman and elected chairman, conducting election.
All right, Honorable Ojuka Iflakamakiri. Yes. So again, we need to begin to wrap all of this up, Honorable Ojuka Iflakamakiri. And again, because we just have about 2 minutes, our next guest is already on standby. We need to join our next guest. We're in 2024, and 2027 is not far. Of course, politicians, no time is far. Honorable Ojuka Iflakamakiri, would you want to also put yourself up to be the governor of Rivers State, perhaps 2027?
Shebu, I think it's quite early. This is one of our problems. Then we should know when it's time for governance. Right now, it's time for governance, Shebu. We shouldn't be talking about politics. We should be concerned that Rivers people need things that will make their life easy. That Nigerians need to know what will make their life easy. It's not about 2027 election. Shebu, my concern is not about being contesting election 2027 or not. My concern right now is that what can we do that will ease the suffering of the common man? That is my concern, Nashibu.
Fantastic, well said. And your concern is how to ease the suffering of the common man in Rivers State. And we must thank you sincerely, Honorable Ojuka Iflakamakiri, for speaking to us after being quiet for 2 years. Well, just before you go, I mean, I've seen your pictures all over, traveling all over, going to one seminar, attending one lecture or the other. Very soon, are you planning to be a professor?
No, Shebu. I told you. Shebu. I told you. In life, no matter how educated you are, it is important to always learn, learn and unlearn. It is always good to challenge what you know, and that's what I've been doing.
And I need Lagos Business School.
Things that will add value. Yes.
I saw you hobnobbing with some big guys. I saw their names. Hope we're going to see the dividends in Rivers State. I hope you're going to bring them to Rivers State.
Look, Shebu is a fantastic school. You see, apart from the lecturers and all of that, we give you the opportunity to network. We give you the opportunity to meet people and to meet people from different, background and business owners and all of that. So it was a good experience, I'm telling you, and I urge people to go to there and see what's happening there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Honorable Ojuka Iflakamakiri, for speaking to us on Point Blank. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Shebu, and thank you, Rivers people.
Fantastic. And there you have it. We'll be talking to Honorable Ojuka Iflakamakiri, speaking on politics and what we need to do to give a better life to Rivers people in terms of governance. Stay with us. We're going on a short break. When we come back from the break, I'll be speaking to the current chairman of Forum of Labour Leaders, Rivers State Chapter, Nigeria. He was a former president of NUPENG, a prominent individual.